support the players of all ages. I was at Meercroft Park just yesterday celebrating with so many families right across Tasmania, and that was fantastic because we're all here because we want the best for our kids, the aspiration. This is what it's all about when state and federal and local governments come together, being led, I've got to say, by local communities to build fantastic infrastructure projects like this that have young people out in the grounds, kicking the ball, having a great time, developing that well-being and physical activity. That's what it's all about, and that, of course, what drives us all, aspiration for our young people and making our community a better place. Thank you for allowing me to say a few words, and it's my great pleasure to open the Gordon Rimmer stand. Thank you very much.
The new Gordon Rimmer stand is officially open. Coming up at 3 p.m, it's the Lakoseljac men's final between South Hobart and South East United. Lakoseljac Cup men's final between South Hobart and South East United. There are two teams for today's game. For South Hobart, number 1, Nicholas O'Connell. Number 3, Adam Gurry. Number 5, Musashi Kokobu. Number 6, Jacob Lancaster. Number 7, Samuel Berezanski. Number 8, Kobe Kemp. Number 9, Bradley Lakoseljac. Number 10, Nick Morton. Number 11, Austin Yost. Number 13, Riley Morton. Number 16, Patrick Boat. Number 17, Alex Walter. Number 18, Eli Wright. Number 19, Tobias Halainen. Number 20, Rex Maddock. Number 22, Kieran Brown. And number 25, Alfred Hess. For South East United, number 2, Kate Smith. Number 3, Sam Sartori. Number 4, Nicholas Zammett. Number 5, Matthias Collins. Number 6, Jacob Sartori. Number 12, Luke Hoochlu. Number 13, Ethan Griggs. Number 14, Declan Brown. Number 15, Dwayne Walsh. Number 19, Thomas Farland. Number 20, Ryan Fosco. Number 21, Nicholas Devereaux. Number 23, Patrick Cleveland. Number 24, Felix Kinghorn. Number 27, Jacob Hoochlu. Number 29, Mitchell Stalker. And number 31, Alan Brown. The referees for today, man Mills, Brendan Copperer, his assistants Thomas Mason, Joshua Clement, and the fourth official is Alfonso Giusti.
Yeah, Jay! Boys! Sharp, yeah, go on, Paddy. Nice and sharp, push through. Come on, boys! Yeah, good energy. Good, good, good. 7, 8, 10, 17 hours, Lakoseljac, the grandson afternoon, Lakoseljac trophy today. 13 more than 18 right, 20 Matic, 2 round, 25 steps. South East United, Shack lost man. Goal 29, Stalker. 2 goals, 3 steps, come on! 7. Go boys! Go boys! 14 All's been decided over 90 minutes here. Extra time and penalties. We're not done with this.
Yes, Sabi!
That game they spent on the counter attack. I think we'll take a similar approach today and saying
good.
Stand there,
Toby, sit.
Two switches. Let's go. Taking another. Alex.
Jump this way a bit.
Toby on the shoulder. Toby. Hold out.
Keep up! Rafi! Can you deal with that? This way, Sammy! Yes, great ball, lost you. Second ball!
Reset!
Hello! I was on every time. Full speed! Sorry, from this way. Give me up, he wants the up. A little bit hot. No, a little bit hot. Second ball!
put this one into play. Very well deserved as a corner. Another chance for South Hobart. They set up with numbers at the back post and look to run through the 6-yard box and get on the end of it. A bit of a deception there. It comes to the top of the box and Yost and Kakube hammer into each other and a head knock and a delay in play. And that would seem to prepared play. And the ball was coming to Yost at the top of the box. Kakube running backwards to pick up the ball. Ran into his own teammate. Deliberate misdirection for South Hobart, not quite paying off. The only result, a head knock. Yost, it might have to be a bit of a concussion check on the sideline here that stopped play.
Hey, Paddy!
Down at the feet then. Stalker who goes long. Expect that for most of the day, headed away by Lancaster. Trapped then by Walter. Cooper lets that one bounce past him. Pressure from Hoogersloop.
Can you come on?
And some pressure high here from Southeast United. Well, they've got South Peg back. Violence for Kubo. And then call comes from Shackloff from the sideline just to sit back and settle into their defensive shape. No Jacob.
Stay in the pocket there.
Today's
In between lines.
fixture.
Wait. Stand still, coach. Inside, coach. Inside.
Solid defensive presence, obviously, with his experience in the semi-final victory over NPL opposition. Manchester City. Norm disposes of Smith, but penalised for that. Free kick to South East United, and a parochial fan base for South East United in today, and I'm certain from wherever you're tuning in today to watch along party for South East United.
Buddy, just here.
Also cheering that on. All the way back at Pembroke Park in Sorrel. True youngsters in comparison, South East United. Only 12 years ago, the club established in 2013, whereas South Hobart was established in 1910, some 115 years ago. Long from O'Connell over the head of Brown, Zammit there, but out well Stalker to clear away. Headed down by Gorry. Sartori bounces off Walter and out of play. Major David. First Goliath analogy at the top of our coverage here. Bears remarking some statistics on that. 115 years versus 12. 6 Lakoseljac Cup victories and 10 finals for South Hobart versus no victories in this, their first final for South East United, is cleared away by Kemp. Some high pressure there from South East United.
Yes, Paddy.
And South Hobart, 19-time state premiers. 0 for their opposition today. The Southern Championship representatives who've disposed of the top tier opposition they've faced along their path to get to this final, this pinnacle of football in Tasmania, having defeated Launceston City 2-0 in the semis, 3-0 victors over Clarence Everett in the quarters, and 5-2 they defeated Hobart City Southern Championship opposition. Round 16 out of play. Still South East United ball.
Goza! Send Goza for shot! Alex, drop!
Setting for a long throw into the box, looking for Hoogersloop, cleared away both. Sartori, South Hobart ball. Gorry looks to go long. Sartori and out of play. South Hobart look to reset, a kind of a mid-block here at the moment for South East United, but they roll back.
Settle.
Or not to go too deep, so they're not looking for a low block here, South East United. They're happy to play the kind of mid-block. Pressure will be on South Hobart to move the ball efficiently and quickly as Walsh pressures Yost. As Yost goes over, ball out of play, throw in South East United. Dwayne Walsh, obviously plenty of NPL experience under his belt. A former league best and fairest winner in the NPL. Dwayne Walsh, score of a goal in their victory over Launceston City. Grounds out and heads down to Yost. And then Yost sees it out of play. South Hobart throw.
Let's go, Tom, let's go.
Kakubo. Again, the same predictable pattern here, unfolding. Shakov has his men well organised, well structured, well prepared for this, and I'm sure South Hobart, as I said, prepared for this eventuality. And one of the solutions seems to be Gorry stepping into midfield, tucking in, inverting. Back out now to Walter on the wing. He drives forward, past a couple, past Quinlan, delivers low, but numbers back. Cleared away to the top of the box. Brown throws it away. It looks like this might be a corner for South Hobart. Tory tracks back. Someone out of play. Up towards the 10-minute mark here. The Valley Road.
Jacob, a bit higher.
The longer this game remains 0-0, the longer and the more chance to give South East United of causing an upset here today. An early goal will definitely be damaging to their hopes. As Gorry in behind now. Can he find the delivery? He gets it in towards Pavinen was that, who found his way into the box, the left back. One can criticise perhaps the left back's finish at the near post. Not much required of Stalker to keep that one out.
Just to connect, just to connect.
Stop that one from nestling in the bottom corner. Stalker then. Get this to Sartori. His brother. Kemp coming all the way back. Pressure from Hoogerslit. Crossing a long ball from O'Connell over the head of Quinlan. And then both challenge.
Good, Paddy. Just to go.
And again, all the way back, has to go from Stalker. Sartori keeps it in, play forward from Quinlan. Hoogerslit flicks on, but there's nobody running past him. South will retain possession. South, patient. Challenge to find the incisive pass into midfield, and though Berezanski occupies the centre of midfield, they've really set up a line of 5 across the top of the park. So these longer balls are really what we're going to expect into Morton. Morton strikes from range and wide. Great from both there as he brought that down into the path of Morton. Though South are playing the ball along the back line, with only one player really in the midfield section of the park, there seems to be no definitive intention to try and play through the thirds, but instead bypass that midfield line, get it to the 5 they've got really playing forward. Longer. Away with Rosansky. Away from Brown, up again, over his head to Zammit. Skipper also plenty of NPL experience. Along. Lucas Lou chests it down, loses out to Kobe Kemp. Kobe Kemp, the leading goal scorer in the NPL at the moment in the league. Similarly, Declan Brown for South East United, leading goal scorer in the Southern Championship. Plenty of goals in both teams. Flicked forward by Walter, well beyond the advancing Gorry, and out of play in a goal kick. So the only real chance to speak of at this stage then, Havinen's at the near post. Remains to be seen.
How do you get across further? On the
They'll come
centre
to rue
back,
that
on the
miss.
centre back.
South Hobart. Stalk along. Headed out of play. 0-0 still here in the Lakoseljac Cup Final, Football Tasmania. Also, as I mentioned, serving as preliminary round 7 of the Hahn Australia Cup. The winner of this advancing to the round of 32 in the Cup proper. Both heads down, Walter onto it. It's Quinlan for company. Quinlan does well. Challenge today for Southeast United to get their play in transition. When they do win the ball back, when they do press, or when they do turn it over deep, can they transition it quickly, get in behind South Hobart where they're offering the space? Longer ball from Kokubo. Quinlan up and heads. It'll be a corner for South Hobart. Last corner, they tried to deceive Southeast United, filing some players at the back post, but then drilling it low to the top of the box. Players similarly positioned. Yost standing alone at the top. Walsh now arriving to cut that one out. At the back post, we have a number of South Hobart players. They make their runs. Gorry into the near post to Morton, who can't get his flick on. Kemp gets it down and it's through! Kobe Kemp scoring in the lead. Now scoring in the cup final and making the most of that chance. He makes no mistake. And the favourites, the Goliath, they strike first. And that is a hammer blow to the confidence of Southeast United. 1-0, Kobe Kemp. Early on in this fixture. How can Southeast United fight their way back into this one? The corner from Gorry. Attempted flick from Morton. And then the athletic finish from Kemp in the box. It was an awkward volley. It wasn't hit with real pace, but it did enough to sneak through. And now, this is the question that Southeast United haven't been asked against NPL opposition so far in the league. Advantage here. They haven't been asked to come from behind. They've been able to defend and play from ahead. Now they have to chase the game a little bit. They continue with the defensive block, or will they be more progressive? Walsh, Hoogersloot. Can they respond? Towards Brown, headed away. Berezanski to Gorry. South Hobart look to settle the game down again.
Yes. Hurry. Hey, Justin. He's through the place. Goes up.
South Hobart.
Good lad. Go, Nick.
Strike the first blow in this cup final relatively early on. This is what Southeast United will have to do. They'll have to turn the ball over higher up the pitch. Themselves a better chance progressing up towards that final third and creating opportunities. Ball slipped in behind. And off his line quickly, Stalker. South Hobart throw and they'll reset. Brown nipping in, trying to get the ball in behind to Walsh. Redwell, pass cut out. And Zeta Lancaster to Kokubo. Get a lot of touches here today, the centre-backs, as they await the runs, await the space. Morton rolls forward, they make that line of five. Longer to Yost now, who makes the run. He jumps to Zammit, neither get their head on the ball. Rolls out of play.
Hey, Jackie, keep coming further.
Shakwa encouraging his men to stick to the process.
Settle.
Wants to come with a clear plan today and executing that. It'll be critical to their walking away with what they want today.
And the other side, in between.
Anyways, an antithesis here, the two approaches of the coaches. Walter looking to get onto the end of that pass from Cam. They went out to play a free kick to South East United. A good crowd in the newly opened Gordon River stand, cheering that one.
Let's go, Nick.
Jay Smith coming to get some advice from his coach on the sideline as the goal. Keeper plays that one long and forward. By Satori, and jumps Brown. Hookers brings it down. Kempengori see it out of play.
Let's go with speed, Jakey. Let's go.
Copper will be pleased how the game's playing out so far. Hasn't been particularly fractious. Ravina looking to feed that one to Yoss. Zammit cuts it out. A chance for South East United. This is where they need to be critical.
Forward.
Zammit didn't like the options he had. Chose elsewhere. Now South on the counter.
Covering you up.
Back to Brown, to Walsh, and Smith. To go up the line towards Brown. Headed down. Walsh trying to get on the end. Cleared away. Over the head of Devro. Walter jumping with him. Stalker tightens that one up. Here in what is the round 7 preliminary portion of the Hahn Australia Cup, this Lakoseljac Cup final. 6-time victors South Hobart, first time finalists South East United. Top tier team South Hobart versus the second tier or second division team South East United. True day, the first Goliath contest. Goliath struck the first blow today.
Early one, Tobes. Early one.
Through the animus of Kobe Kemp.
Mushy, slow now.
Many prediction has seen South Hobart walk away handy winners here. But I think for the neutral and certainly South East United supporters, they'll be hoping for South East to bounce back here as Nick Morton gets onto the end of this one. He's got a little bit of space. He can run at Zammit. He stays on the right, gets it to the back post and the head of Booth. It's over the head of both. And out of play, a great run from Morton. Second leading goal scorer in the NPL last season. The league's best and fairest player last season. Morton. Playing out from the back here, playing shorter. South East United being invited to by South. Brown, plenty of NPL experience. Satori, Brown, Smith. Fascinating tactical positional shifts in possession here. South East United, Kate Smith often building out the right back space. They build up out of the back. Zammit towards Hookers Loop, flicking on to Satori. A chance and a volley. The best chance for South East United so far. The ball dropping onto the right foot of Satori there at the top of the box. Tricky one to hit. Opted to go with the instep as opposed to the laces and was going to struggle to generate the power, the contact from there to trouble O'Connell and goals. But promising. A foray forward for South East United.
Settle.
Once more we settle into this pattern of play. You go around the set up in the middle of the pitch. Here's South Hobart, cut out by Satori. Feet of Hookesley, turns. Longer than from Kakubo. Led away by Devro. The battle forward in the midfield. And a longer clearance, not necessarily deliberate, but it could fall for Morton. Calmly headed away by Brown, and Stalker picks that one up comfortably.
Stay high! Patrick, Nick, stay high!
At the zenith of Tasmanian football here today. This Lakoseljac Cup final. Walsh runs in, picks that one off. He's headed towards Hookesley, cut out, and they battle and bounce it around. Brown can shoot from distance, and he does! And it was a spectacular effort from range, drawing an extraordinary save from O'Connell, who dived high to his right. And a bit of a warning shot sounded for South Hobart not to be complacent in this fixture. South East United have the experience, have the talent to trouble South here And evidence of that in plain view moments ago. Corner towards the near post. They would have wanted. Cleared away both. Brown run for it. Brown has to lunge, caught out here a little bit at the back, South Hobart. Morton rolls it to Yost. He makes his run forward. They slow down the ball. Morton straight into an offside position. There's a clear decision for the linesman to make there.
Yeah. At the front. He goes front.
Both teams here stand at the precipice of greatness.
Alex, keep coming.
Being cup champions.
Invert inside.
What's he got control?
Go, Sam.
Here in front of this raucous crowd of Valley Road, the ball headed down, cleared high by Havainen. Zammit plays it forward. Walsh battles for it. Brown gets a toe in.
Yes, Sonny.
Brown, he battles with three, loses out. To Zammit. It's down to Smith.
Goes up.
Josh throws himself at the ball.
Contact with the defender.
Getting a free kick. Zammit penalised. Kubo.
Every time. He's going to go inside every time. That puts him standing on that.
Keep coming, nice and wide. Stretch him.
They continue to be patient here until they pick the right moment, see the right run. Great ball in, forward, finding the feet of both.
Reaction, Tony!
As both battles for the ball.
Yeah, go! Take it!
Satori giving away the free kick. Gorry stands over it. Obviously of this parish. Love to go here. He scored a long-range effort in the 2-0 draw with the home team here, the Devonport Strikers. But Gorry stands over this one. South make their runs, delivers to the top of the 6-yard box, off the head of both. And out of play, the linesman flag for offside there. Through this one quickly. Was the ball still rolling? It wasn't. And the attempted early play there just turned over. And Lancaster and Kubo will settle on the ball once more. Walter. South came in forward. Walter delivers into the box to Morton. He's tackled. Zammit has to come across to tidy up. Both bore down on goal. Great little flick there from Hookersloot. Quinlan driving forward. Numbers forward for South East United. He's got Kakubo to beat. Kakubo steps in well and makes a great tackle. Quinlan keeps the ball from Gorry. He's got a couple to beat. Can he get delivery into the box? He can't. Berezanski rolls his ankle on that nearly as he attempts to clear it. South East United turn it over here though. Now Morton. Going to come the other way. Doesn't like his options, so plays back. And longer earlier here from South in behind to Walter. He's one-on-one. Plays in towards the box. Cleared away. Satori doing enough. To the top of the box, so Gorry can take a touch and shoot. He does just that. Stings the palms of Stalker. He hit him with some venom. The Stalker untroubled, wasn't required to move. Pads it down and collects. Very long. Ryan hits higher than he does long. Brown traps a lovely turn from Brown. Can he find a pass or a strike? It opens up for him. He doesn't pull the trigger. Can he do it now? He rolls in instead to Satori. He's composed. He pulls a trigger. And it's in the back of the net. It's an incredible finish. It's 1-1 South East United. And they celebrate, and the South East United fans in the stands go wild. A flash, a surge, a lightning strike of a goal. And all of a sudden they're back into this one, just what the neutrals and the South East United fans wanted.
Come on, focus, come on.
he paused on the ball for a moment, and it seemed everyone stood still, waiting for him to make his decision. He wasn't shut down, and then he picked his spot with absolute precision. And the magic of the cup is on. David strikes a blow back and is level with Goliath. The ball in early, flicked to a dangerous position. The top of the box, Kemp in with Walsh. Kemp stays down. Into Hooker's loop. And give me a word, Copper here to Hooker's loop. Kukuba's head was low. Not much Hooker's loop could do there really. And Kemp requiring some attention.
Wait, come on. Let's move on now. Let's go. Come on.
Kemp will make his way off. Get some attention. And this game born back into life. And the script not written. An early goal for South Hobart. That many wondering if it was a fait accompli, the result here, but Southeast United put paid to that. A goal here, tearing up that script. And they are here to stay, Southeast United. Can they produce the shocker ball shots? Can David down the giant?
Princeton, his arms around his neck. Kempy, second ball.
Sartori jumps. It's a fantastic goal from Sartori, levelling the scores. Kemp putting South Hobart ahead earlier. And a bit of indecision here from Hawaiian on what to do. He spins away in the end from the pressure from Smith. And they slow the press down. To the ball in midfield. He hasn't had a lot of the space to enjoy Berezanski in there. It's deeper to pick up the ball here.
Settle, Sammy. Wait for that ball. Settle, good. Next one. Good play. Settle, Bush.
Logan and Walsh on the right wing. He can pick his spot and deliver. He does towards the near post. Not cleared away well by Devereaux. And eventually scuffed away now in the path of Walsh. Gorry tracks back with him. And Walsh disposes of Gorry. Great strength. Here now is Hooksluch inside. And play.
Peace. Alex, drop. Alex, carry.
Lawson then. Chance for South Hobart to launch on the counter. Gets it out in the direction of both. Devereaux across. Puts it in to the new stand, the Gordon Rimmer stand. A former president here. The Devonport City Football Club. Stand, the previous stand before it was demolished was a very small stand, but a spectacular building that is now the new stand. Change rooms, etc. Now Kemp to the top of the box. Walter poked away from him to Brown. Tries to turn Brown, unsuccessful. Cleared away towards Hooksluch. And then Sartori forward to his brother. He picks it up wide on the left wing. It's a heavy touch. Corey will make sure that one goes out of play. But as they have proven already against NPL opposition, they are so slick in transition. Moving the ball back to forward once they win it back. That presents a great danger to South Hobart today. critical transitions in the game. The moments where this could be won.
Quick one. Hey, Tobes, I reckon you can go high this few times.
Defeated both. He has space to turn. He leaves it behind. Loses out to Satori. He pulls on him, and Copper left with no choice but to blow the whistle. Over the half-hour mark here. Moving towards the halfway point.
Not too low.
On all the score line.
Just a little high, not too low.
Not too many more real goal-mouth chances to speak of. The highlight of the game, Sartori's delightful finish that levelled the scoreline. Brown launches in behind a Hooks loop. Kubo into his back, not enough to be penalised. And then he turns and plays it forward.
Feel the contact, Lukey.
Goal kick. Connell happy to collect. Move it early. That's that. Kubo, Havana. As Yost's defeat if he wants to use him there. Opts to switch out to the other side. Gorry moving into midfield. They're playing free then at the back at the moment with Gorry inverted. Ball forward from Yost. Doesn't get past the head of Brown. Headed down by Berezanski, a chance for Kemp. Wonderful feed, slips it to Morton. And South Hobart respond. Who else but Nick Morton as he continues his dominant performance this season. And of all the beautiful things in the beautiful game, Kobe Kemp and Nick Morton in full flight for South Hobart is amongst the most beautiful. It was graceful as an eagle and a strike just as deadly from Morton. And once more, Goliath strikes. And David trails. But once they have responded, can they respond once more?
Just you can still press. Paddy, press the ball. Press the ball, Paddy.
The two leading goal scorers, Kemp and Morton, on the score sheet for South Hobart. Southeast United.
Turn!
Questions asked of them as the lights come on at Valley Road. As the sun dips behind the trees.
Yep, stays this side. Get up!
Stand at the pinnacle of Tasmanian football.
Check the space here. Yes, Sammy.
Brown heads down. Morton tries to get it to Yost Zamet. Half-hearted clearance.
Cover space.
Gorry heads down. Play forward by Satori. Cut out then from Berezanski. Yost pushes it past to Morton. All the way back to Havana and they reset. Gorry then getting licensed to invert to roam. He's played a lot as a midfielder in NPL as well, so no stranger to that portion of the park. Kubo. Berezanski, great build up from South Hobart. Berezanski looking to slide it through to Morton, but had a number of Southeast United players alive to the danger there, and the longer ball forward doesn't find its target.
Sit up!
Gorry. Rolls up. Pinched. Satori, the goal scorer. Back to Quinlan. He goes very direct. Route 1, a lot of verticality in Southeast United's play. That's the plan today. That's the design.
You go, Skip.
They execute.
Good.
They'll need to at least execute perfectly one more time to get themselves back into this one.
Take me quickly, carry. Give me out, Yosti. Make sure you receive Yosta.
Fires it out to Yost. A lovely touch as he brings it inside. He rolls it to both. Back to Yost. Cut out by Satori. He dives into the tackle, both with a chance to turn. Will he pull the trigger? He plays it to Yost, who spins. He has to come back to Kemp, though, and the momentum comes out of the play. Berezanski opts to go for range and thunders it off the upright. An extraordinary attempt from Samuel Berezanski. Now to both. Now to Kemp off his shins and wide of goal. And Walsh just dumps it anywhere but in their defensive area for Kubo then. And Berezanski nearly adding his name to the score sheet. Delightful curled effort. We saw some spectacular goals in the Women's Statewide Cup fixture earlier, but that, had that nestled into the back of net, would have been the highlight of the day. Longer then from Lancaster in the direction of Morton over the head of Brown. Morton in the box. He's got a couple to beat and was always likely to lose out. Yost does well, fast speed. Can he dive past Brown? No, Brown, experience. He used all of it to get that one out of play. Inside the final 10 of Valley Road. Gorry long towards the back post. Both, for the first time today, gets his head onto the ball, into the box. And that one harmlessly wide of the goals.
Come on, keep going, boys. Keep going, that ball speed. Let's go.
Longer there from Stalker. Walsh jumps with Gorry. Gorry wins out, dumps it forward. Quinlan up with Walter. Quinlan holding his feet, winning out. Misplaces his pass in the direction of Sartori. South Hobart once again to settle in.
Easy, Mush.
Kemp out to Walter. It's Berezanski back to Walter. Can he keep it in play? The pass a little heavy. He does. He can pick a spot. He takes another touch. Quinlan there towards the 6-yard box. Morton and wide. Enjoying some of the width there. Walters had a chance to deliver a few into the box and a couple of headers, a couple of warning shots for South East United go unheeded as they continue to create chances on goal. That effort wide. Another goal for South Hobart could bring an end to this contest. Lovely touch from Brown. Over to Sartori as Quinlan wider. Opts to go more forward. Gorry clears. Devereaux jumps over him. Brown composed back to his keeper. High press from South Hobart. And they've managed to get a pass away. They've flicked through that. Smith, some fancy work. Up in the direction of Walsh. Then Hoogsloot. Now Brown. Hoogsloot to the tackle. Can't quite fall their way at the moment, South East United. Devereaux. And Kemp follows in the direction of both. Zammit and both together. Zammit, the skipper, makes a safe play, putting it out of play. Kakubo.
Let's go, full speed.
We draw towards the end of the first half in the Lakoseljac Cup final here at Valley Road. Attempted ball forward, comes down to both. He dummies once and then he pulls the trigger. Brown shuts the shot down. Morton. He looks to get into the feet of Camp. Morton gets it back on an angle, gets past one, and he snuck in a third. Ruthless, clinical, and unstoppable Nick Morton. And this is the part of the story they don't tell you. When the giant doesn't fall and the underdog is reminded of the world's cruel scale. And just like that, South Hobart lead 3-1. David's slingshot lies shattered on the grass. Great interchange of play at the top of the box between Kemp and Morton. Ended up with Morton on an angle in the box. He had a chance to strike on the right. He cut back on his left. And then without really hitting a strike of serious venom. Either by deflection or by fortune, his left-footed shot rolled into the back of the net past the despairing Stalker. South East United have a mountain to climb. South Hobart stand now on the precipice of victory.
Sammy can go behind now. Yes, Sammy.
Cawthorne his players to take the game forward. A delightful spread out. Sartori, the goal scorer. He's one-on-one with Gorry. He looks to get into the box. Gorry keeps it out from being a corner. Throw in. Quinlan will roll forward to take this throw in.
A little bit further. I know you're right. Paddy, you serve. Good. Justy, left, Justy.
From Quinlan. Down to Sartori. Looking for a second there, and he hit that one well, but it was straight into the defender, Quinlan. Have looked dangerous at times when going forward, South East United, but the challenge is getting forward frequently enough to trouble South Hobart, but also now to score twice to get back into this contest.
One more.
Now they press high here. They have to risk a little, they have to gamble a little. South East United. So they sit back, just get to half time. Jacklott's words.
Carry Kitty.
Wisdom. It's tactical now. Will have to be stretched here at half time. What solutions can you find to the way this one is playing out?
3 minutes.
3 minutes out of time at Valley Road for this first half. We've had a couple of stoppages. A couple of times. Medical support has been required. Levine in the direction of Yost. Just past him, so Yost will settle for going backwards. Yost.
Empty box. Go again.
Move it. Yost, let's go, come on.
Kubo.
Go.
Lancaster longer towards Walter. Stretches, can't get on the end of it.
Paddy! Yes, Patrick! Yes, Justy,
Dummy there. Brown seeing his way past both. Looks to get it into Sartori, but turns it over to Walter. And South Hobart move the ball quickly enough here to go forward. Brown wins it back. And looks to switch early in the path of Sartori. Gorry alive to the danger. And he rolls it back to his shot stopper, O'Connell.
He go this side. He go.
O'Connell continuing to roll the ball forward, looking to trigger the press.
Time, Yost, to get in time.
And then in the direction of Yost from Lancaster, headed away and out of play by Smith. So South Hobart, undefeated this season, find themselves in the box seat. Also undefeated so far this season, South East United. Ball into Havine on top of the box. He stretches, he gets back onto the ball. Great tackle from Walsh, who is brought down as Havine stretched for the ball. Certainly nothing malicious in the tackle, but he did pull down Walsh, and that one did sting as South East looked to move the ball quickly. So Copper just wins the ball back to its original position.
Nick, let's go. Nick, inside. On his step.
South Hobart have thrice broken down the walls of South East United's defence. Despite their synchronicity in defence, South East have been breached. What can South East push down to the other end? Strong by both, William by Brown. Smith battles out. Perhaps a free kick for grabbing there. Brown goes over, earns a free kick. Final moments here in this first half. All eyes on Copper to bring it to an end. The magic of the cup.
Nick, I need you to go. Nick, you need to go.
Blythe leads
Alex,
Over David
you
here.
go, Yoss, you can go now.
And it might take a miracle
That's right.
for them to get back into it.
Yeah, you stay.
If there's ever a place for miracles, it's in football.
Nice and brave here.
We'll go longer here from Stalker. A goal just before the half-time break, just what the doctor ordered for South East United. It's long, so Tori jumps, it's off his head, it'll be out of play for a goal kick. Despite being 6-time victors of the Lakoseljac Cup, it has been 6 years since they last tasted victory in South Hobart. On that occasion, defeating the Devonport Strikers, Kakube.
Get on, JT.
To Lancaster, comes back, a higher press here,
Let's go, boys, let's go.
and Copper blows the whistle and pulls this first half to an end. In the first half to see South Hobart lead 3-1. Kobe Kemp put South Hobart ahead with a volley in the box. The score was levelled by a spectacular effort from Sartori for South East United, picking his spot beautifully and dispatching it past O'Connell and goals. Amanda with the Nick Morton show. 2 goals not far apart, putting them ahead 3-1. And well and truly in the position to raise the Lakoseljac Cup for a 7th time. Now the pressure on Clark and Shackloff's coaches to get their half-time messages, tactical changes right. See if they can swerve the path of destiny in their favour. And to find out what the destiny is for those two teams, tune back in 15 minutes' time for the second half of this Milan Lakoseljac Cup final.
One test, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. But
that has the red little piggy line on the camera. So that's about as loud as it can go without it being too hot. Yeah, I'm muted on the So, I have an idea. The first week or two that I was here to start building, I was told to chuck it on minus 48 volts for feet. Because we couldn't get it working on either line or line. The rest of the tried to do that. Because I just left it on 48.
Hey! You're so dead. Outrageous stuff.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, from wherever you're tuning in to this Lakoseljac Cup final at Valley Road for football. Tasmania, South Hobart v Southeast United. The score is 3 to South Hobart and 1 to Southeast United. Currently, Kobe Kemp in the 15th minute putting South Hobart ahead. Sam Sartori equalising him at 28th. And then a double to Morton in the 35th and 43rd minute sees them lead 3-1. On this stage is where dreams are made or broken. And at the moment it is the dreams of South Hobart that are being made. As Goliath takes on its opposition in David. And Berezanski looks to pounce early here in the second half. So Shackcloth and Clark have had the chance to organise their troops, to make the shifts, the changes that can shape the destiny and the outcome of this game. And we'll find out here in these opening exchanges what exactly they've had in mind. As Zamet spins, fancy feet from Zamet, he gets away from 2 or 3 and gets it in the direction of Hoogsloot. Then to the goal scorer, Sam Sartori drives forward, pinched by Kokubo, cleared by Lancaster. An aggressive direct start from Southeast United. And they'll need every foray forward to be clinical to get themselves back into this game. South in no hurry to get underway, trying to draw the press so they can come through. Longer then. Question after Kemp and Devro and Quinlan. Quinlan shows good speed in the end to get across and clear. Adam Gorry with the throw-in. Back heel from Quinlan, only gets as far as Walter. He's got a couple to beat. He gets to the byline, delivers, deflected, headed away. Sartori to the top of the box. Deft touch from Brown into Hoogsloot, who's too strong for his opponent. Brown nips it away. Brown and Kokubo, they wrestle each other, get into the box. Brown, he gets the tackle onto the ball, though the appeals from Southeast United were for a penalty. Kokubo's tackle was fine. He managed to wrap his legs around. He took Brown and the ball, but it was legal. Southeast do draw a corner here. Tory over the ball, a goal here. Just what Southeast United need towards the keeper, and O'Connell well and truly equal to that cross. They're going to need to direct those corners better. And that one from Jacob Sartori here in this second half. And the high press is on. Southeast United throwing a little caution to the wind there. They want to press the ball and they have it deep. They have to organise their press well here and challenge South Hobart to play through, and they do. The animus of Berezanski and then Kokubo. Shackcloth urging his players to get up the pitch, to push South Hobart, to turn the ball over high, to give themselves a chance. They're playing high up the pitch here, which is how they would usually play against the Southern Championship opposition in the Tier 2 league in Football Tasmania, this being the Tier 1 league. Kemp inside to Morton. Morton through to Yost. Yost nearly trips on it, manages to take his feet back to Morton. He's wide now. Has Zamet for company, the two captains. Back to Havainen. Into Berezanski. Morton falls over, so he stays. Then he fires into the box to both at the front post. Collected by Stalker. Long then to Kokubo, headed away. Thundered clear. Yost. Walter set a task. Does take possession. Quinlan all over his back. He gets a toe on it. Has he entered corner? Walter, he has. So as we settle into the early phases of the second half here at Valley Road in the Cup final. We wait and wonder what Shackcloth and Clark will do on the sidelines as they send some of their players to warm up. What personnel changes can they make? As we move towards the hour mark, we will find out. Adam Gorry on the corner. Towards the near post. Kukuba makes a great one. Not quite cleared off the line. It hasn't crossed the line. It's come off the crossbar and down. And Southeast United didn't react well at all to that corner or the resulting header from Kukubo. Eventually it came to Stalker as Quinlan, with great speed, drives at Southeast Hobart's defence. He gets into the box and a terrific save drawn from O'Connell. Fantastic play from Quinlan. Great feet, great skill. And his left-footed shot forced O'Connell to go low to his right and save, and they nearly got themselves back into this contest there, Southeast United. Jacob Sartori with another corner for Southeast. Into the box, this one near post, headed away by Gorry, who'll get a second chance here. Sartori traps, he delivers, it's better, it's Sam Sartori, already a goal to his name, but it was just really out of his reach and he had to stretch and was never likely to direct that one on target. And as the sun dips behind the trees, it cools off of Valley Road. Supporters rugged up. O'Connell longer. Yost flicks. Zammit. Chased down by Morton. Comes to Brown. Stalker looks to Sam Sartori. He flicks on. No one running off him. So O'Connell will collect. Down by Brown. Smith flicks on. Havina gets there first. Again headed by Brown. Once more to the feet of Havina. And Jacob Sartori in well on the tackle. Looks like he had a few words for Havina as he wandered past. Into Kemp. Berezanski tickles it down the wing in the direction of Wine and cleared once more by Zammit. A throw. Down on the byline, Yost. Attempts to get the ball into the box and in doing so earns his team a corner. That's been the story early here in the second half. A string of corners, some for each team. Once more, Gorry over this one. Gorry into the box, the run's made towards the near post. Morton again making the near post run. Back to Gorry. He has a second chance to deliver. Curls it delightfully into the box. It's not cleared away. And eventually it will be. Towed out of play. Both bundles over Smith. And the linesman flags for a free kick. Southeast United earn a reprieve. They can get the ball back up the pitch. Longer then. This game still in its purgatorial state. So hover in the unknown. Waiting to find out what unfolds over these next 40 or so minutes. Smith back to Zammit. Switching play then through Brown as Devereaux peels off. Quinlan wide here on the left. The natural recipient next. Sartori off his feet. Forced to go back. It's going to have to go longer from Stalker as Walter nearly chases him down. It's a great pass out to Zamet, who traps and is able to play forward. He looks to slip in Brown. It does come to Brown as it gets past Berezanski. Is this the moment? Brown drives into the box, but just towed away at the last minute. Terrific play there. Patient play from Southeast. Build up from the back, found their way forward, and they nearly had their chance as Walsh comes in late on Gorry. And Gorry less than impressed with the attention from Walsh there as Gorry went to play it up the line. A free kick to South Hobart. They look to switch the ball then through Lancaster and Kakubo. Once more, the press certainly on higher from Southeast. They force the ball back to O'Connell. And they nearly pinch it. It's great pressure from Southeast. Walsh and Gorry jump. And a handball from Walsh. It did bounce off his hand, indisputably. How much he knew about it is another question. Into Berezanski. Kemp, both. Satori. Out of play once more, and it's been a stop-start second half here at Valley Road in the Cup final. We had some open passages of play in that first half, but a few moments here in this first 10 minutes or so of real quality. And quality Southeast will need to reduce the deficit. Brown traps. Pressed immediately. Turns it over to Morton. Finds Kemp. To Gorry. Gorry looks to get inside Walsh. He does enough. 1-2 with Walter. Bounces it off Devro. And they're into it now. And it just becomes a little fractious and ornery here at Valley Road. A little dyspeptic. As the players... urgency lifts as they near the climactic moment of this cup run, this cup final. Gorry once more over another corner for South Hobart. Again, Morton to the near post is where it goes. Headed away by Brown. Yoss with plenty of time. Gorry's still there, uses him. Gorry can deliver. Gets it past Walsh. Walter gets his head to it. A question being asked as to whether it's a corner, and the decision made by the main referee, Copra. Another corner. Action on both benches. Expect to see some substitutions soon. Fresh legs injected into the game. Gorry measured. The same runs, the same plans here for South. This one towards the back post. Jumping highest, Kokubo, but not enough to challenge Stalker in goals. Southeast look to get numbers up the pitch. Long, asking a bit of Brown, headed down. Satori leaves it behind. Jacob Satori to Smith, back to Smith. Now wide, no options. He has to play forward. Brown has got plenty of attention there. He's got 3 and he does well to keep possession. To his brother. Then out wide to the captain, Zaman. His pass is intercepted. A chance to counter-attack here for South Hobart. The Southeast look to transition into defence, but the pass is poor from Yost. Longer, direct. Brown, no. McConnell. Some vigor and verve here. Walsh, a chance to... Gorry back well in defence as the ball looked to fall to Walsh in a place where he could score as Walsh energetically nearly wins the ball back. Devro to Quinlan. Tory peels wide. He rolls it into Smith, who has a little bit of space to operate in. He looks to play back to Walsh, who's got a man on. He flicks it towards Hoogsloot, who has been quiet this second half, to Zammit, as they have South Hobart pinned back here, Southeast. Heads down by Berezinski. Quinlan hits it first time. Cracks the strike, but well wide of the target. But Southeast showing they have the tools to trouble the South Hobart defence. Both into the path of Kemp. Brown across to put it out of play. Looks like Alfred Hess has been prepared on the sidelines for South Hobart. Clark expressing some displeasure with goalkeeper O'Connell as to how quickly he put the ball back into play, indicating that he didn't feel his team was set in position. Nonetheless, the end result is a throw for South Hobart. Gorry to Kemp. Kemp to both. He tries to roll Quinlan. Quinlan wise to that. And here's ball forward. Doesn't find Hoogsloot. Brown pressing high. Gets it to Morton. Already a brace for Nick Morton today. Can he add to his tally? Cushioned by Yost. Back to Havinen. Then Morton. Then Berezinski. Now Gorry. Converting once more. His longer ball forward to Yost. Nearly finds him as Yost athletically threw his foot at it. It would have been some strike to direct that goalwards. The ball was delightfully weighted from Gorry, but just asking so much as the ball comes over your shoulder to get yourself and your body and your feet in a position where you can direct that goalwards. The most likely result is what occurred, and that was well high and over the bar as Cade Smith departs for the Southeast on the hour mark here. Collins onto the field for Southeast. Hess also onto the field for South Hobart. As both departs. So Hess for both. Collins on for Smith. Chance for Brown. He gets it out to Quinlan. An opportunity here at the edge of the box. Quinlan dips inside, right-footed strike, curled and high and wide, but it's deflected. So it's a corner for Southeast. Football, beautifully unpredictable. Can we have another twist in the tail here from Southeast into the box, cleared away into the top. Brown comes to the substitute Collins. He heads in the direction of Quinlan and Devereaux. Flicked on once more. Headed tennis happening here. Eventually it comes down. Bit of an audacious flick from Kemp there in the defensive area as Collins lines it up towards Walsh. Didn't quite run through to him. Sartori looks to spin away, but he's outnumbered. Then Berezinski. Southeast flooding numbers in midfield here. And earns a free kick. And in the disquisition that follows, expressing their displeasure, South Hobart. But an opportunity for Southeast to get the ball into a dangerous area. And it might just be that Route 1 here is the best means of their getting back into this contest. Into the box. And just not quite on the same wavelength as his teammates with the delivery. Short. Berezinski forced to come back. And the high press once more, forcing the ball to be turned over. Southeast changed plans at half-time, has worked well. Caught on the blind side there, though. Eventually does come to Matthias Collins. The substitute nearly gets it to Hoogsley, but Walsh now has it in a pocket of space at the top of the box. He rolls it out to Quinlan, asking a little much of him because it favoured Gorry, and it will be a South Hobart throw. It's 20 minutes gone here in the second half of Valley Road. 3-1 the scoreline remains unchanged from half time. And if South East are to defy the script here, they'll need something special. And soon, Brown into the box. Kakubo across, towed away, corner. They have put together some good attacking forays here, South East, as they earn what is another corner in this half. They say only 3% of corners result directly in a goal. Well, for South East's sake, they'll be hoping this is one of that 3%. Into the box, near post, nearly sneaks in. Cleared away. And it looked to be a corner, but given a goal kick by the officials. And to those of you out there uninitiated, the victor of this game goes through to the round of 32 in the Australia Cup against club sides from across the country. Good pressure high here from South East as once more they turn the ball over, and they are really turning the screws here, South East. They're turning the tide of the game. Happy to sit back in the first half. A tactical switch in the second half is paying dividends here early. Can they cash the check? Can they find the goal that brings them back into the contest? Forced all the way back, Devro to Stalker, who goes route one. It's going to end up in the path of Sartori. A difficult one to bring under his spell, embedded by Havainen. Great tackle from Sartori. Some of these tackles flying in now here at Valley Road. Kemp, Brown, Collins. Tries to spin away from his defender. Morton to Walter. Gorry wider. Into the box, a longer one, favours Brown. He heads away. Yost makes the run. Morton, he can cut inside and fire if he chooses to. He does so. Drifts just wide, looking for a hat-trick there, Nick Morton. And a substitution here then for South Hobart. Alex Walter being withdrawn. Being replaced by Rex Maddock. The youngster, one of the 4 goal scorers for South Hobart in their 4-0 victory in the semi-finals over Riverside. Alongside Kemp and Morton, who've also scored today. And both as well on that day. Longer forward, headed away. Satori, Devro, space out wide for Quinlan. It goes in his direction. Matter quickly across though to shut down. He goes longer up towards Brown. He jumps. Got O'Connell. Great hands. Great timing. Great collection. And then fires it forward. Brought down by Brown, favoured Hess. Kemp in on goal now. Kemp and Morton raffle it off between them. Morton rolls it out to Maddock. He's just come onto the pitch. He fires over the bar. And it looked like Maddock's first touch would nestle into the back of the net. What a substitution that would have been for South Hobart. And that would have been the death knell for South East's hopes. But they live to fight another day. Stalk along. Hoogsley, Vinen, Brown. He's forced to go back. Maddock pressing. Stalk along. Gorriers. This has turned into a real scrap here in the second half. Brown. Ball staying aloft for extended periods of time. Hoogsley looking to hook the ball in the direction of Sartori. Couldn't quite do that. Zammit. Sartori. Hugslut, a chance. Hugslut gets it in the direction of Sam Sartori, but cut out and put out of play. As pressure mounts. As the clock now favours South Hobart. 3-1 they lead, 20 minutes to play. And at no point now will South Hobart be in any hurry to get the ball back into play. They'll be happy to see as much time come off the clock as they can. Sartori, Brown. Devereaux back. Sartori's touch is heavy and he loses out. They do retain possession though. Declan Brown driving inside. Hess for company, looks to get it towards Walsh. Devereaux looks for the long switch. Pinpoint accuracy on the switch. Sartori then. Chance to run at Havainen. He dances, he jigs, he gets to the byline. Gets his cross off Havainen and earns a corner. And the parochial Southeast fans urge their team to defy the odds, defy the script. Cal Brown on the ball. Into the box, cleared away by Gorry. Just not quite the delivery they're looking for there. As they switch the ball through Zammit and then Devereaux. Quinlan was the wide option, opted not to go there, went centrally instead, and it's been turned over. Yost into the feet of Morton. Lovely feet. Has options inside, instead goes longer when Hess was probably the better option in the centre circle. Comes to Hess eventually anyway. Berezanski over the head of Maddock, and he won't keep it in play. It was soon time to be throw caution into the wind for Southeast. Not quite there yet. But with a 2-goal deficit, they are staring down the barrel of defeat. Their first defeat since the semi-finals of this competition on the 27th of April last year, when they were defeated handsomely 7-0 by the Glenorchy Knights in the semi-finals that year. They've made it all the way to the final this year, the second-tier team. Delightful ball out to Sartori. He traps it inside. Kokubo clears. Berezanski, Cal Brown. Can't quite bring the ball under his spell then, and Berezanski plays it in behind to Morton. Perfectly weighted, every inch of it there to Morton. He can run at the defence. He does so. He's got 2 or 3 to beat, so he has to backtrack. He spins. He just slows the game down a bit. And then fires and earns a corner for South Hobart. Linesman's flag is up. Ball in from Gorry once more. This one to the top of the 6-yard box. Nearly to Hess. To Maddock. Towed away. Another corner for South Hobart. Crowd draws its breath collectively once more. They hold it as the ball comes in from Gorry. It comes in, headed over the bar from Kokubo, and once more they can breathe. Stalker plays it out from the back. Just over 15 minutes to play here at Valley Road. It is nearly Route 1 time. As the ball gets away from Berezanski there. Here's where of an old-fashioned long throw. Throw in. Hugsluit's header. As he bashes and crashes, the linesman flags a free kick against Hugsluit. So the South East United fans at home watching, and those in the stands here urging their team. But at the moment, it is the South Hobart faithful who are rejoicing as the game seems well and truly in their keeping. They've been extraordinary in this cup run. South East defeating both Launceston City and Clarence Zebras to an aggregated score of 5-0, no less, showing they are well and truly a team capable of competing at this level. And certainly at times today have showed they can compete with the very best of the best. South Hobart, who currently lead the state's top-tier competition undefeated. Once more, South Hobart forward here. Delightful from Kemp out to Morton. He has Yost and Maddock in the box, and Kemp following up outside of the right. Curled pass from Morton. Ambitious, but ultimately not quite what was needed. A flick on from Hugsluit. Brown heads away. Hugsluit scuffs his pass forward, and it's out of play. A throw into South Hobart. As we have some action on the bench here again. Can South East find something that turns the tide here? To Lancaster. Into Hess. Collins does well. Walsh then. And that one cleared agriculturally into the bush alongside the stands. Copper indicating the time is being stopped while they search for the ball. They've got one. Gorry will get it back into play. Long then. Toe towards Morton. He has Quinlan behind him, Brown in front of him. Chooses not to use Maddock. Gorry bombing on past him. Chooses not to use him either. Now he does. Gorry shapes across. Comes back. Toe in from Brown. Throwing to Morton, flicks to Hess. Collins does enough to get it away and earns a free kick in the process. And now we make a couple of substitutions to South East. Hugsluit being withdrawn. Griggs coming on. Both Sartori's being withdrawn as well. Rowland and Bosco coming on. Longer then. So the bench emptied for South East United. 5 substitutions made. The last roll of the dice. Is it what is needed? They're going very offensive here, and they're going to leave space at the back, but that's what's required. Maddock, can he take advantage of that? He slips it to Kemp on the angle, straight at Stalker. Kemp still with a chance. Into the box. And Hess from point blank range heads over. Was perhaps just asked to stretch there and therefore has an excuse as we have another substitution. 2 here for South Hobart. We have Eli Wright and Bradley Lakoseljac to be introduced. Goal scorer Kobe Kemp to be withdrawn alongside Austin Yost. So all the cards in play now. Hands have been shown. And now we just wait to see where the chips fall. Worthy of note that Bradley Lakoseljac coming on now is the grandson of the great Milan Lakoseljac, after whom this cup is named, this men's statewide cup is named. So fantastic to see that continued family involvement. Throwing towards Walsh. Was he grabbed? Was he pulled? A big decision for Copra to make. The bench roars, the fans roar, but Copra will not be moved. It would have been a soft penalty, but it doesn't hurt to shout. Then to Gorry, nearly slips, keeps his feet, nicely weighted ball to Maddock. And his touch is heavy, Devro tracks him all the way. Longer then in the direction of Quinlan, skips past. Kept in by Lakoseljac nicely with his first touch. Then to Maddock, he scuffs his pass, which means Brown can move them forward. Hess cuts out his pass. Lakoseljac. Gorry has Maddock if he chooses, uses. Maddock can spin, deliver. Cleared away by Devro. Hess jumps highest. Zamet, a volley down. Very calm from Hawaiian to Berezanski. Lancaster into the feet of Maddock. He turns. Quinlan wins it well. South East have to get in possession of the football. We're in the final 10 minutes. It has to be direct here from South East. 2 goals in 10 minutes. Football is a strange, unpredictable and beautiful game, but 2 goals, such a short time frame, would be a miracle. Can South Hobart put the final touch on this performance? It comes to Wright in the box. He cuts back. Eli Wright! He looked to put the period, the full stop on the performance today. But once more, Stalker, when called upon, was equal to the task. Lakoseljac back. South East have to win the ball here and penalised for an infringement there. The substitute Bosco. South Hobart. Will be no rush to put this one back into play. Take up as much time off the clock as they can, as there's 7 minutes plus added time between them and Cup glory. Gorry floated in very much. Morton nearly got his hat trick there. Morton. Stalker looking quickly. Route 1 it is. Up towards Collins and Brown. Bosco in there as well. But Wright gets it away to Lakoseljac. We have a transitional game here as the plane roars overhead. As tackles fly in on the pitch. South Hobart close in on footballing immortality on their utopia as Walsh dumps over O'Connell and then steps over him. Things getting a little dyspeptic here at Valley Road. Not really what the doctor ordered there from Walsh. Any chance to slow the game down only favours South Hobart. Southeast need the ball in play. They need to win it back. They need to be direct. They have to press high. And it's asking a lot of tired legs. Kakubo, pressured by Brown. He goes long. South Hobart not necessarily interested at this point in time at playing it through the lines and through the thirds out of the back. For them, it's about getting it away from their goal and taking time off the clock and seeing it towards the end of this 90 minutes. Quinlan beaten to it by Gorry, then Maddock. Gorry wide of him, Maddock going alone. He plays it out to Gorry. Can he get it back in? Gorry offside from the pass from Maddock. Southeast just have to launch. In the words of Max Rushton, get it launched, and they do. Over the head of Brown. Comes to Bosco. Down to Rowland. His pass skews away. Gorry floats one in the direction of right. Zammit and Bosco with him, and Zammit gets it out. Less than 5 minutes remain at Valley Road. The Lakoseljac Cup final at Valley Road. Will it be a 7th trophy in this competition for competition heavyweights? The Goliath in this David and Goliath counter. The ball into Maddock. The final touches, and he rockets his volley wide with the goal at his beckoning. That would have been the final crescendo. But they live to fight another day then. Southeast, how much more can they offer? What have they got in the tank? It has to be direct, and it is. It's over the head of Walsh, though. And South Hobart can come the other way. Great feet there. Hess then, his touch, got it all wrong. Bosco. Hess looks to make up for it and thumps into Bosco and puts it out of play. Another substitution. There will be a number of added minutes, I'm sure. So Devereaux coming off then, the centre back for Southeast. And the number 19, Highland, coming on. So they're going very short at the back here then. Southeast putting just numbers forward. Go and win the game is the words from Shackcloth. Winding up down the line. A dummy from Maddock to Morton. Brown across. Strong from Quinlan. And they've got that wrong, the officials. That's a Southeast throw. But South Hobart will take it. And take seconds off the clock at the same time. Adam Gorry, 6 years they've been waiting, South Hobart. And now they are just minutes away from etching their name onto that trophy once more and heading back to the Australia Cup. Hess, Maddock, great chance for Morton, the pass wrong from Maddock, and Brown, who's been endlessly intercepting today. Showed all his experience. Gorry, Maddock, Morton, lovely interchange of play. And Morton going to the corner. Let's put the cue in the rack time for South Hobart. As they win it back though, Southeast, and they get it long. They just have to get numbers forward here. They have to press. They have to force them to kick it long and win possession back, and they do that. And it's right up towards our commentary position, nearly hitting the camera. Back into play. Fired down the line. Walsh. Has to be a long throw into the box. As they give it to Griggs. He's telling them to go back. He must have the long throw because there's no one within 20 yards of him here. Could this be the moment? It is towards the near post, headed away to the top of the box. Quinlan volleys. That might have been it. Was that the moment? As we move towards added time at Valley Road. 3-1. South Hobart lead. In this David and Goliath tale, it is Goliath who looks like he will triumph today. And though David used his slingshot to throw his stones, he has not downed the giant today. As Wright makes a foray down the wing, gets it back to Havainen. Then Berezanski, Hess is central. He uses him. There's Gorry further along. Lakoseljac turns, rolls it out to Gorry. Is there a final statement here from South Hobart? No, there isn't. Stalker punches away. Bosco desperately backtracking to keep it in play. He does. Spins. Roland back to Bosco and can't keep it in. And I think this one has escaped the clutches of the Southern Championship team. Zaman earns a free kick from Lakoseljac there. It has to be Route 1. Up to Walsh. Brown bounces off the back of Berezanski's head, and then Havainen just agriculturally thumps it onto the top of the club rooms at Valley Road. Over the head of Griggs. Comes to Roland. To Griggs. Has to go. It does. A few gambled on it getting past. It doesn't. Walsh bounced off a couple. Here's a chance. Walsh into the box. Hess away. And I think we'll load up another Griggs long throw. Last time it went right to the point of the 6-yard box where it meets the byline. Will it go to the same position? It's long. It's into the box. It's out for a corner. If it has to happen, it has to happen now. If we're set for a grandstand finish, this is it. They play it short. Brown, is this the moment? Into the box, it's chipped, it's over Quinlan. It comes to the edge of the box then for his brother Brown. Not cleared away yet. Morton, Roland. Played in, Bosco. In. Not enough numbers in the box. And cleared away once more. And I dare say Griggs will load up again. But even if they score now, time might be just running out for them. Zaman has to go to the back post. He doesn't get it into the box. And Morton athletically clears. And this might be it, as Copra, all eyes on him to bring an end to this fixture. Great feet from Wright. He puts it into the box. Maddock was there all by himself. Couldn't get him, couldn't find him, and Stalker launches. It's direct. Kakubo, headed by Walsh. Griggs, and out of play. Could this be it? Could this be the moment? South Hobart set to celebrate, to enjoy what will be their 7th Lakoseljac Cup. Southeast throw. Final moments at Valley Road. As we move towards the inevitable. Quinlan, they're not giving up hope yet though, Southeast. And put out of play. And a South Hobart throw. And Gorry strolls over slowly to pick that one up. 3-1 they lead. Longer. Headed away. Brown. Not giving up. Griggs. It's through to Walsh. It's through to Brown. And he scored. Are we in for a grandstand finish? Brown. And just when you think it's all over, they've scored. They defy the odds. They defy the script. They defy the whole footballing hierarchy. Could there be time? We've already played 3 or 4 additional minutes. They have to press. They have to win it back. 3-2 the scoreline. could it be? The crowd urges them on. They roar. All eyes on Bretton Copra. And he signals the end. It was a consolation goal, and South Hobart, despite a heart-in-mouth moment to finish this year's 2025, the Lakoseljac Cup champions. As David gave everything against Goliath today, it was the competition heavyweights, the undefeated South Hobart, who for the first time in 6 years win the Lakoseljac Cup and make that the 7th in their extraordinary 115-year history. And in the end, despite this test of fate and heart and the unpredictability of football, history showed us who should win, and they did. There was no fairy tale ending today for a valiant Southeast United. But it is Max Clark and his extraordinary squad at South Hobart who are victorious today and who will progress into the round of 32 in the Hahn Australia Cup on the back of their Lakoseljac Cup victory. The goals today, Kobe Kemp put South Hobart early ahead in the 15th minute. Tory with a wonderful strike levelled for Southeast United. And then Ken Morton with 2 goals in the 35th and 43rd minutes in the first half. Rounded out the scoring, gave them a 3-1 lead. There were no goals scored in the second half until the very last moment, when Brown went through on goals and slotted past
Hello. Yeah. So, what's another 45 seconds before the wine? Yeah. Does it though? Going? Yep.
Alrighty, thank you to South Hobart and South East United for a fantastic Lakoseljac Cup. I'm very pleased to welcome Meredith and Sarah from the Lakoseljac Cup family. To assist us with our presentation today, and I'll be assisted by the Chief Executive Officer of Hobart, Tasmania, Tony Piana. Firstly, we would like to present medals to our match officials, so without those we wouldn't have a match. So well done, Brenton, Thomas, Josh, and our photos. And now we'll run our photo of the match. So we've got a panel of members in the crowd today.
First and foremost, South Hobart, congratulations. You guys were talking about it the last couple of weeks. You guys have been the benchmark and what we are aspiring to. Very worthy Tassie champions. We certainly have our full support back in the Australian Cup, and we wish you the absolute best. So congratulations. Secondly, to all of you guys, South East and South Hobart fans alike, it was a tremendous atmosphere. It was an absolute pleasure to play in front of all of you. So thank you. And third and finally, to my boys over there, absolutely beyond proud. It was an honour to be alongside you guys today. And certainly, mark my words, this one's going to hurt. It's going to hurt for a long time, but we're going to be back here, bigger, better, and stronger than ever. So hold your head high. You've got no chance today.
especially from the Commonwealth boys. You guys had a super run, so congratulations to you guys and all the best for the rest of your season. To the supporters, absolutely fantastic that you guys made the effort to come up, travel up, and you guys are making the game better. So thank you very much. We appreciate your support. Last thing about words, obviously this has been one of our goals that we've kicked off now. And congratulations to each one of you guys, because it's been one hell of a journey. And here we are, so congratulations, lads. Lastly, I'd just like to thank the officials as well. Obviously, without you guys, there's not a game, so thank you too. Alex, coming in there.
Get in there, mate. Get in there. Get in there, bro. We need money to get the
And lastly, they're ready to present the trophy to him.
They're coming down. South, driving down, please. Girls, hurry up. Here we go. They're getting down. Come on, ship right. Yeah, boy. Wait. other side too as well. Come on the other side. Go the kids. Wait, we're going to go sing the song, and we want to fit as many people in the room as possible. They're coming.
Hold on.